who is Tarik Torgaddon. When Garviel Loken was elevated to the Mournival following the death of Hastur Sejanus, Torgaddon befriended him. His light-hearted, jokerish nature tempering Loken's strict adherence to the rules, Torgaddon helped Loken settle into his new role as a Mournival member and advisor to Horus, and was the one to introduce Loken to the warrior lodges, showing him that they were simply a way for the Astartes of differing ranks and companies to come together as equals, which somewhat allayed Loken's suspicion of them. When the 63rd Expedition responded to the distress call of Kitas Frome of the Blood Angels, Torgaddon's company was chosen to descend to the surface of Murder and search for survivors. Once there, he struck up a friendship with Emperor's children Captain Saltarvitz, but developed a dislike for the arrogant Lord Commander Eidolon, a feeling that became mutual after Torgaddon pulled rank, berated him for letting his lust for glory cause needless death, and telling them that Horus himself believed that Eidolon was an idiot. After contact was made with the Interrex, Torgaddon continued to act as second company captain and advisor to Horus. When Horus was mortally wounded on the moon of Davin and people were crying out against the grief-driven killing of humans by Astartes, it was proposed that the warrior lodges to rid the fleet of these dissenting voices. Tarik refused to take part in this and quit the lodges over it. When it became apparent that the legion's apothecaries could not save the dying Horus, Mournival and Lodge members Ezekiel Abaddon and Horus Aximon proposed entrusting Horus to the Davinite priests, a move which both Torgaddon and Loken opposed, and for good reason. As it was the chaos-worshipping Davinites who allowed Erebus to enter Horus's mind and sway him to Chaos's evil influence spreading throughout the 63rd Expedition. Torgaddon and Loken vowed to oppose. When he and Loken discovered the Kennebrack blade used to injure Horus, they realized Erebus's treachery. Tarik encountered Erebus and he held a knife to his throat. During the Estevan III incident, Torgaddon was one of the loyalists whom Horus deemed too loyal to the Emperor to rebel against him and hoped to purge through a friendish virus bombardment. However, once the loyalists received word of the treachery from Saltarvitz of the Emperor's children, Torgaddon was among those captains who led the resistance against the traitor legions during Estevan III ground war. Towards the end of the grim battle, he and Garviel Loken received word that their former Mournival brothers Ezekiel Abaddon and Horus Aximon would be landing on the planet's surface to oversee the final elimination of the Loyalists, hoping to kill their betrayers and slow Horus's plans. They planned an ambush at the landing site, but Tarik met his death at the hands of the reluctant but resolute Aximon, while Loken looked on in horror. Tarik died physically on Estevan III, but his gene seed was removed and taken to Kalth by word-bearer Erebus. Erebus sacrificed his gene seed, along with gene seed from the Salamanders, Raven Guard, Iron Hands, and even some from the traitor legions. Later, in an Arcane ritual, Erebus used the body of Tarik as a catalyst to create the demon known as Tormageddon. A strange byproduct of his ritual summoning was some fragment of Torgaddon's spirit remained sentient and free and was able to communicate with his old friend, Garviel Loken, on Luna.